I'm Colby Raymond.
And I'm Anderson DeFore. And this is the KS News.
What's for lunch? Mr. Butcher will now announce the classes that had perfect attendance today.
Classes with perfect attendance today: in kindergarten, Miss Beletska, Miss Graham, Miss Johnson; in first grade, Miss Belknap, Miss Pittman, Miss Stevens, Miss Whidden; in second grade, Miss Bryan, Miss Coyle, Miss Eskover, Miss Kinney; in third grade, Miss Holder, Mr. McCoy, and Miss Piner; in fourth grade, Miss Hess, Miss Nix, and Miss Scott; in fifth grade, Miss Chuck, and also Miss Margaret had perfect attendance today. We did have a three-way tie for classes with most perfect attendance. It was a three-way tie between Peterson, Eskover, and McCoy. So when we have a tie, we look back at last month's who had the most perfect days of perfect attendance, and our winner this month is Miss Peterson. Miss Peterson's class had the most last month with 11. So Miss Peterson's class, you guys are going to get a kickball game with Mr. Meadows and myself, and we'll be getting that to you soon. Congratulations to the classes with perfect attendance.
Mr. Meadows will now announce the top lunchroom classes today.
It's time to recognize the classes that were the most responsible in the cafeteria. Remember, responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort. And the classes that did their jobs, and remember, we have 4 jobs to do in the cafeteria. 1, make sure that you are eating your lunch. 2, make sure that you are talking quietly to the people at your table. 3, staying in your seat. And 4, cleaning up. And the classes that got recognized today were Miss Belknap's first grade class, Miss Hess's fourth grade class, Miss Chuck, and Miss Hester's 5th grade classes. So we are at the end of the month, so we have put all the names of all the classes that have been recognized this year. So I'm putting them in there, and I'm going to call, and this class will get to throw a pie in my face, and the teacher will get treated like a queen. We'll bring them homemade lunch and bring it to their classroom and treat them like a queen. So here is the class that get it is Miss Pittman's class. Miss Pittman's class, we will be getting that to you. You'll get to throw a pie in my face and Mr. Meadows' face. And Miss Pittman, I'll be getting with you and find out what you want for your lunch when you get treated like a queen. So congratulations to those classes that got recognized today, and congratulations to Miss Pittman's class for winning this month's drawing. Today is the last day of February, so that means it's the last day of Black History Month, and we know that Black History Month was created in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson, who was an African-American scholar, educator, and publisher. It became a month-long celebration in 1976, and the month of February was chosen to coincide with the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. And today's Black History fact of the day is that in 1983, entertainer Michael Jackson wins 8 Grammy Awards, and his album Thriller breaks all the records of sales for top grossing album of all time, which is a record that still stands today. And that is today's Black History fact of the day.
For the joke of the day, we have Eli Lunsford in Miss McWhorter's class. Eli, what is the joke of the day?
What is a duck's favorite snack?
I don't know. What is a duck's favorite snack?
Quackers! For the fact of the day, we have Jamie Comby in Mrs. Hess's class. Jamie, what's the fact of the day?
Ketchup was originally sold as medicine.
Interesting.
Disgusting. For the vocabulary word of the day, we have Meredith Martin in Miss Chandler's class. Meredith, what is the vocabulary word of the day?
Hat.
And what is the hat's definition?
A shaped covering for a head, worn for warmth as a fashion item or as part of a uniform.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, it is Read Across America week, and we do have our Scholastic Book Fair going on today, and I found a book today. It's called Boy vs. Bot, and it is by Amy Dickman, and the illustrations are by Dan Yaccarino. And this is a cool book. It's about a boy who meets a robot, and they're playing, and then something turns the robot off by accident, and the boy thinks that the robot is sick, and he tries everything he can do to make a robot who's sick better, and he does it just like a boy does. And in the middle of the night, someone switches on the robot's switch, and he becomes better, but the boy's asleep, and the robot thinks the boy is sick, and the robot does everything he thinks he can do to fix a boy. And it's a great story, and it's got a great ending. So I encourage you guys, if you're looking for a book to read, Boy vs. Bot by Amy Dickman, and illustrated by Dan Yaccarino.
That is all the announcements we have for today. Thank you for being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who's focused on graduating the year 2025.
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating, you are
Fully committed to students.
for our corridors and after-school buses to come to the gym.
When you come to the gym, you need to walk on the right side of the hall and be silent.
When you get to the gym, you need to take the grade level rows and be silent so you can hear the car call.
If you are a bus driver, you need to pay attention to the announcements so that you can hear your bus being called.
When your bus is called, please make sure you go straight to your bus.
Also, make sure you walk on the right side of the hall and you are silent. Please make sure you pay attention so you don't miss your bus.
I'm Colby.
And I'm Anderson.
And that was the KS News.